What it do? We're gonna talk about the new bad boy Detroit Pistons are good for the NBA. Them playing the villain is great for the NBA. Just got out the shower. Uh, it's good for the NBA. And the NBA don't really understand what's going on. You know, a lot of these businesses, especially in times today, they want to keep this good, this clean image. But guess what? It's a lot of media companies on television making a lot of money off of ignorant. They cancel you for a minute and then they'll forget about it and cancel the next person. You know what I mean? But I hadn't heard this clip, but they gave me the video idea. So let's go.
Here's why. You don't have a villain as constituted in the NBA. You have a team and a culture that wants to embrace being villains. When it comes to whatever new bad boys you want to call them, Detroit Pistons, they're embracing the toughness of the city. They don't mind wearing the black hat, HD. They don't mind being looked upon as, man, I don't want to play that basketball team. I don't want that basketball team representing my city. They're representing Detroit the way they know Detroit wants to be represented. It is great for the NBA in a post-NFL Super Bowl world that we're in right now. What is going to be attractive for people to watch in the NBA? It can't just be about stars. Sometimes you need a bad dude or bad dudes that'll say, we're coming to your town and we're going to take your team apart. It is perfect if you're the NBA that the villains embracing that villain role that they wear proudly across the front of their chests and in their hearts and souls representing that city.
And I agree with everything that he said, right? And it's been a couple people on ESPN or just in general on the internet that have seconded this, right? That agree with what he's saying. And the wild thing about it is Adam Silver is trying every which way to increase the visibility and increase the money in the NBA. And he's like, he don't really understand what he needs to do. He needs to tap into masculinity. He needs to tap into toughness, allow them to be more physical, allow them to express themselves more, and I think that's what it has to be. Allow rivalries to come back with them taking, the physicality away and everything is a flagrant. And just think about it. If you look at international play, it points to that. Look at international play. They get bumped or they bump somebody internationally. They crying and they don't get the call because basketball is played closer to how internationally they officiated than how the NBA. The NBA officiated for it to be entertainment. They think people just want to see points. They think people want to see free throws, 3-point. People don't want to see that. People came to basketball to see excitement, to see physicality, to see competitive nature. Rah, I'm better than you. I'm going to F you up. They came to see slam dunks. Not touch fouls, not guys foul baiting, not running into a guy in the foul on the guy you run into. They need to bring back NBA, no boys allowed. And that's what the Pistons bringing back. They're upping. You don't want it to get to a point where it turns into a brawl or all. You don't want that. I get that. We all agree. We get that. We get that. But take the ticky-tack fouls out of it. Take the free throws all out of it. All the ticky-tack free throws. Allow them to be some physical contact. And guess what? They made the NBA a lot more physical this year. And that's saying a lot because it still ain't as physical as it used to be. And that's saying a lot. But it's brought back rivalries. The Pacers just beat the Knicks the other night, even, with all the play, but it's still a rivalry there. Now you're seeing rivalries become of Pistons, Knicks, Pacers, Boston and the Knicks, Pistons and Boston. Why was the Pistons and Boston rivalry so important or rekindled? After 20-some, 30-some years, well, you can go kind of back to the Bad Boys, but I ain't getting in that, right? With not the Bad Boys, but the going to work Pistons, right? It's because of competitive nature. When Jaylen Brown said we let our bench players go off on them, and that sparked the rivalry, bro. Not being nice. This is a sport, and back in the day, sports was damn near to the death. They used to be at the Coliseum and watching people die. Now you go to the arena to watch players cry. Nobody wants to see a grown man crying. Nobody want to see Luka begging for a foul or looking for a foul. No, go get it out the mud. Rivalries had disappeared because it was too soft. Expressing yourself, talking shit was penalized. You fine. That shit got to go. And Adam Silver inviting 200 influencers to the All-Star game to increase the visibility. Homeboy, that's not going to change it. You gotta make players get competitive dislike for each other again. You're starting to get it. You know, you starting to get the rivalry. You starting to get the dislike. And don't get me wrong, there was a respect from the bad boys to the Jordan to Michael Jordan and the Bulls. There was respect between the Celtics and the Lakers. There was respect between the Knicks and the Jordan Bulls, the Pacers, and there was respect there. There was dislike. As long as the respect is there for one another, that's all you need. And you ain't getting into no wild ass brawls. You know, that's it. As long as the respect is there. We can thump, we can bang. How many times have you fought your friends growing up? Y'all fought and y'all was back cool. Your brothers, y'all fought, y'all was back cool. Some of y'all girls, y'all sisters fought, y'all was back cool. You know, that's what it was. And they're trying to redefine what sports are. And they tried to make it a family gathering. Everything ain't meant to always be so commercially friendly, right? You look at TV, they got baddies on, they got love and hip hop, all these people fighting. You know, come on. How raunchy WWF Attitude Era was, you know what I'm saying? The WCW era, how raunchy that was. That made them more money than anything. You want to be commercially friendly? America is fucked up right now. Excuse my language. You got babies coming out the wombs, cussing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, get rid of the cookie cutter nice boy stuff and embrace some attitude. Okay. Hit the link in the description, the first link, the link tree. You can find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. But if you ever need to find me, the link tree is the first link in the description. Hit it. You can find me wherever you need to find me at. I appreciate the love and support. Peace.